Hello everyone, we are now in the month of July, which can only mean one thing. The Criterion Collection sale at Barnes Noble, 50% off their entire range. I know that not everyone that watches these videos collects Criterion discs, but there are a few 4K releases from Criterion that I think are a cut above the rest and are worth picking up. Not all 4K discs are created equal, some are just better than others and are worth the upgrade, and the ones I've selected for this video are definitely worth the upgrade in my opinion. First of all, a 90s classic, Dazed and Confused, Richard Linklater. What a fun movie, such a cool hangout movie, one that I could recommend to basically everyone. It's a very easy film to watch, and that's not an insult on the film. It just is easy to watch. When Criterion announced that this was getting an upgrade from their older Blu-ray, I wasn't expecting too much, but what I actually found when I watched this was definitely worth the upgrade. So please, if you love this film, or even if you've not seen it, this is well worth getting during the sale. Another Criterion 4K disc that I love, Double Indemnity, Billy Wilder's classic, quintessential film noir. This is an all-time favourite of mine, and when it got announced that Criterion were releasing it, I was very excited. But when I finally got this on my hands, I was blown away by the presentation. Now, a lot of people think that older movies, black and white movies, don't benefit from the 4K format, which is not true at all. In fact, those older movies can actually get the most benefit from this new format. Something so important to film noir is the look of the films and the contrast between the shadows and the light. It creates the whole atmosphere of these movies, and that is something that the 4K format can really enhance through the use of high dynamic range. Something that on an older Blu-ray, you'd never really achieve those true levels of black and white. You just get somewhere in between. So this is an all-time classic, one of the best scripts ever written, and just an enjoyable film. Even if you're not into older movies, or if you haven't quite gotten into classic cinema, this is a great place to start. Another real surprise of a release for me from Criterion was Shaft on 4K. This is a film that's had many releases over the years on previous formats, but when it came to 4K from Criterion, I was blown away by the restoration and the addition of the Dolby Vision HDR grade. The colours in the costumes and the settings of this film really do add to the overall atmosphere of the story, and I had such a great time with this disc. This release as well, by the way, is a great release from Criterion because of the additional special features. In fact, you actually get the sequel to Shaft, Shaft's Big Score, on the Blu-ray disc in this package. So if you grab this, you get two films for the price of one. And like I said before, the original Shaft film looks so good on the 4K disc. Next, we have a 4K release from director Martin Scorsese, and I know a lot of people, including myself, are excited for After Hours getting a release from Criterion. But the one I want to recommend today is The Last Waltz. This is a film that a lot of people don't think about when they think of Scorsese because it's a concert film. It doesn't have, the typical things that we would expect from a Scorsese movie. But in actual fact, this is a great film, and the presentation on the 4K disc is absolutely sublime. Music and sound is so important to this, and the audio is brilliant on this 4K disc. And the film itself being shot on film, there is so much extra detail that is packed into this. So if there are any fans of the band and other musicians from the time like Bob Dylan, this really is a great release to get. And there are multiple audio commentaries and some other great special features on here. And now for one of my favourite films of all time, The Red Shoes from Powell and Pressburger. This was one of Criterion's original 4K announcements, and it had me very excited when they announced they were upgrading this. It's sad that we don't get any extra special features over the original Blu-ray, but the presentation of the film itself is just one of the best that I've seen. The film is known for its use of Technicolor by Jack Cardiff, who was a wizard of using Technicolor, getting the most out of the technology, and the film just looks absolutely stunning. One of the best colour films ever made, and because of all that, the 4K format, high dynamic range, really does make this film look absolutely the best it ever has. And not only is the 4K disc great, the film itself is a classic. If anyone likes stories about art and passion and the conflict between a teacher and a student, films like Whiplash or Black Swan or maybe Phantom Thread, this is definitely one to check out. It's such a good film. It holds up now, even though it is quite old at this point, from the 1940s. Please do check this one out. So just some very quick 4K recommendations there from me. Do let me know what you're planning on picking up in the Criterion sale, because I just love seeing what everyone's getting excited for. And there are so many good films, literally hundreds and hundreds of great films on sale. If you want to watch more videos about Criterion, then just click the one that's presented on screen right now. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.